Hey guys, it's Erica Galinas with That Properties Real Estate here for our weekly market update. This week we're going to be talking about Crown Point, Indiana. Lots of houses, lots of different kinds of houses, new construction, 1890s, Victorians. And we're not going to look at just this month and last month. We're going to look at last year to see exactly where Crown Point is right now in terms of the, crashing real estate market. So I always split these into two, Center Township and Winfield, because they're kind of different types of housing, lots of new construction built in the different times. So we'll start with Center Township. In the month of October, so month ending on Halloween 2022, we sold 50 units of real estate for a total of about $11.6 million, which gives us an average sales price of $333,000. Days on market, 27 days. So days from when it was listed to when it found that buyer, about 27 days. So just under a month, which is actually in a normal market a pretty good number. List to sales price, so what it was listed for versus what it sold for, is about 99.28%. So we haven't yet in these closings seen any, big price drops or sellers making big compromises. But we'll look at days on market for active and pendings to see if we're still holding with that. Compared to September, in Center Township, they sold 62 units of real estate for a total volume of about $22.6 million, giving us an average sales price of $372,000. Average days on market, 29 days. So between September and October, prices went down about $39,000 on average. There weren't too many $1 million homes. New construction numbers is about 50-50 in Center Township. We've actually seen a lot of new construction pop up in Center Township over the past 12 months. Winfield had more new construction, still does have quite a bit, but now Center Township is definitely catching up. But 29 days on market, 27 days on market this month, $39,000 difference seems like a lot, but in the large scheme of things, I don't know how much it is. Pending listings in Crown Point, Center Township, we have 53 pending listings with an average listing price of $361,000. So compared to sales price of $333,000, there's about a $39-ish thousand difference there as well. So we will see when these pendings close. Average days on market for our pending listings in Center Township is 44 days. As I said, there's a lot of new construction in Center Township. Normally what I do with the days on market is I pull the new construction out because, they've listed lots and they've been on the market for like a year, those kinds of things. I didn't do that in this case because there's new construction is actually appears to be selling a little bit more quickly than existing homes in Crown Point. Obviously, it's in demand. A lot of that new construction is down 9 Mile, down 55 south towards Lowell. There's a little bit west of that towards like St. John Township and stuff like that. So 44 average days on market for the pendings compared to 27 for the solds. It's getting a little longer there. Active listings in Center Township, again, this is all of them. 79 active listings in Center Township with an average list price of $390,000. That's a pretty big jump from the $360 we're seeing with the pendings, and certainly a big jump from the $333 we saw with the solds. We're going to keep an eye on these active listings to see if sellers are going to start bringing, that number down as the days on market get longer. Right now, for these active listings, I did pull out, there's like 5 $1 million homes. Those have been sitting for a while, which is the same as Munster and Dyer and a couple different places around here. Those have smaller buyer pools and obviously stick around. Average days on market for these average listings that are perhaps overpriced on average by about $90,000, that is 62 days. So that's 2 months on the market with these active listings. Again, I left the new construction in because they end up sometimes longer, but the numbers weren't that dissimilar from our existing listings. Potential slowdown at this average price. We will see, obviously, Thanksgiving and then the holidays are coming up. We will keep an eye on it and we will see whether or not that days on market keeps going up or that price keeps dropping, because one or the other is going to have to happen. A year ago in Center Township, so this is the news. This is, booming real estate market. Now, interest rates are up, things are contracting. So where were we 1 year ago in October 2021? We were at 93 total sales, average listing price $349,000, average days on market 15. So October this year, 333, October last year, 349. Not that much of a difference. I mean, obviously it's a little bit higher, but not by $100,000 or something like that, like some people are predicting. Average days on market was 15 days, which is about half of what it is right now. That kind of tracks. We haven't seen the prices come down that much, so we're going to see them sitting on the market a little longer. There's just less buyers. So Center Township actually looks like it's doing pretty well still a year later. Like I said, we're going to keep an eye on those active listings to see if days on market gets longer, to see if those prices go down, or to see if they just sell and everything's, standard operating procedure from this time last year. Winfield. Winfield, Crown Point, obviously east of town, kind of a different setup. These numbers don't include Lakes of the Four Seasons because that's kind of a specialized market, but it's DoubleTree and it's trees and all the new construction that's out there, all that kind of Winfield area. So in Winfield, in the month of October, we had 11 units sold, which isn't that much. We don't have a lot of inventory. We still don't around there. So 11 doesn't seem like very many houses for all of Winfield. Honestly, it's kind of not, but it's not because things aren't selling. It's just not enough listings. Total volume, $4.1 million. Average listing price, $381,000. So as I said, difference in Center Township, Winfield has newer houses, more new construction, bigger houses, fancier houses. So their averages are always a little higher. Average days on market in Winfield, 20 days for the month of October. So still, 3 weeks, something like that, still pretty good. In September, so last month in Winfield, 20 units, $7.3 million, average list price of $366,000. So actually we went up by almost $20,000 in a month. So again, $20,000 still isn't, a big number, but it indicates that things aren't necessarily cratering in Winfield. Average days on market, 33 days last month. Higher prices, a little bit longer on the market. Again, 33 days is not necessarily outside the norm when we're talking about a more, even real estate market. In terms of where Winfield was a year ago, Winfield, 13 sold, so about the same. Average price, $382,000. So again, $20,000 difference. In September, almost exactly the same amount as October of last year. Days on market was 21 days. Literally almost exactly the same numbers from a year ago in Winfield. So between Center Township and certainly in Winfield Township, we are not yet seeing some horrific real estate crash or anything like that. Still a situation for sellers because the prices are still high historically for this area. Better situation for buyers because we are getting a touch more inventory, but in theory, these prices are going to start coming down. Days on market now, active listings in Winfield. We have 42 active listings, average price $466,000, which is pretty, $80,000 difference between what was closed, but that's fine. Days on market, 75 days. That 466 at 75 days, we are starting to see that gap widening. Again, the problem is always there's not enough inventory keeping prices high, but when we're seeing almost $100,000 difference in average prices and days on the market up to 72 days, Winfield may want to start looking at moderating their prices a little bit. I don't know that we're going to see a lot of that before the first of the year. A lot of buyers aren't looking right now. A lot of sellers aren't going to list right now, so that's not going to help our inventory problem. Nobody wants to really screw around with it because it's going to be Christmas or it's, whatever holiday it is. And then it was just Thanksgiving. Now it's going to snow and all these different things. We probably won't see big movement on these numbers until after the first of the year. Usually about the second or third week of January, things kind of start picking up again as everybody, is done with the new year. He has a little bit of money left, ready to make new plans and New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. So this is probably going to stay about the same. But after the first of the year in both Center and Winfield, we are more than likely going to see prices start going down. Again, not crashing, but going down. Or we're going to start seeing those days on market get higher and higher and higher until the sellers kind of figure out, because of these interest rate changes, even with low inventory, they are not sitting necessarily on the gold mine that they thought they were. So that updates us on Crown Point. Obviously, one of the biggest housing markets with a lot of different kinds of housing stock. If you live in Crown Point, if you're thinking of moving to Crown Point and you have, more specific questions about, hey, I want to buy a historic house or I want to buy a brand new house or whatever it is, please call or text me anytime, 219-765-2062. Or if you know somebody who lives in Crown Point thinking of selling, thinking of buying, please share this video with them and let them know to give me a call. I'm always happy just to answer questions. I'm kind of a no pressure agent. If it's easier, you can always email me at hsbyerica@gmail.com. I'm always happy to respond that way. Comment on this video, send me a direct message, whatever's easiest for you. I'm always happy to accommodate. If you like these market updates, I do these once a week for different towns in the area so we can kind of keep track on where the real estate market's going. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Thanks.